Hey, everybody. I am so sorry to keep you waiting. Hey, Courtney. No, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Hey, I have been on my alchemist shit. I have been making a money oil from money herbs. I made a tincture and an oil. Hey, I didn't. Oh, perfect, Angela. I've been making a money tincture from money herbs, and then I'm making oil as well. And I just got to the exciting stage where you actually scrape the essential oil from the bottom of the. I thought about making it for sale, Courtney, but I don't know. Would y'all be interested? It's good stuff. I was so messy with the way I did it this time. I need to work on my process because I got too excited. And this is the tincture. You see, it's a nice money green. That is the natural color of it. And I'll post photos on the Facebook page so y'all can see the process. This is the oil that I'm making. And this is just extracts from, yeah, right? From basil, rosemary, parsley, and mint. So I'm not joking about the alchemy part. I actually do alchemy. The color alone makes me excited. So I dissolve the essential oil in a carrier oil, which is grapeseed oil. And I have more to add. That's not the finished product. This is the, I'm scraping the oil off of this pane of glass. It smells amazing. Very green. So yeah, I want to make something to ingest while we do this whole money ritual thing. Since I had all these herbs anyway, so this is just a little tincture and money oil. And I can rub the money oil on the candles and use them, and on money, rub them on my palms to attract that energy. Cool, right? So I'm actually gonna work on that while I talk to y'all. How is everybody today? See, that is the actual oil that you extract. Um, I wanted to talk today about do you know who you are? It's fun coming with these topics every day because I can talk about all these subjects. These are things that I talk about typically anyway, but it's like fun to have a forum. Um, do you know who you are? A lot of us think we know who we are, and we use things like our name, where we're from, our political beliefs, all to define who we are. But is that who we are? Right, Nicole. I think we're made to believe we're certain people because, right, Courtney, we all are. Because that's a good one, Angela. I like that. Because our society, and just as people, we tend to like boxes. When we can categorize things, they're safe. So it's like, well, I'm from South Carolina and I'm this old and I like these things because of that. It's like, that's not necessary. That's just the way you were raised. That's what you were taught to believe and to like. But is that who you truly are? If you have some sort of life event that makes you call those things into question, you start to discover, oh, that's just literally like the programming that was placed upon you to make you believe certain things about yourself. And more importantly, to make you like behave a certain way. But I'll tell you, I've learned we're much greater than that. Can anybody relate to this? Recent example I'll give is, I recently went vegetarian, and I've tried vegetarianism throughout my life previously, but never really seriously. And in order to do that, I had to give up a lot of beliefs about myself, things that weren't necessarily my beliefs, but things that were placed upon me. I'm black, whatever that means. I'm from South Carolina, which is the South. We ate a lot of pork and meats and things like that growing up. And then I discovered there's this whole other side of me. I never really felt right about eating these animals that were killed and treated so cruelly while they were alive in order to feed me. That's just the way I was raised. I made excuses for it because culturally that's what was expected of me, but I never felt right about it. I just tried not to think about it. But when you take the time to actually step aside, step away, and think about what you truly believe, agree with, identify with, you may find it's different from the way you were raised. And so, do you know who you are? Are you what everybody sees you as? Are you fulfilling a role? Who are you? Are you your body? I know a family member who's actually about to have an amputation. And I was thinking about it, it's crazy to have like a body part for your entire life. And then you reach a point where it's just not functioning anymore. And so you have the luxury, I mean, I guess you call that, of debating whether or not you should keep it or let it go. You may find that it's not necessary to have that anymore, especially when it's doing more harm than good. But do you lose a piece of yourself because a piece of your body leaves? Who are you? Are you your body? What's everybody's thoughts on this stuff? I should stop multitasking. I should really pay attention to this. This stuff is gonna be so good. Hmm. Um, so I'll tell you all my journey and discovery. Yeah, and then there's like a part of you, Nicole, that's like an eternal you too. The book that I read that oh Courtney, don't go ahead. All right. The book that I read that really opened my eyes to a lot of this stuff is Hey Sabrina, what's up? Is A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. I'd heard that it was a good book. Yeah, Angela. I heard that it was a good book and I eventually read it and it was incredible because it makes you think about those things, especially what you were saying about the roles, Angela. A lot of times, hey Tiffany, good morning. A lot of times we think that we're our roles in life and we preoccupy ourselves with our roles. It's like, oh, well, I'm a mother, I'm a father, I'm a brother, I'm a son, I'm a this employee, I'm a that. But like those roles aren't really you. There are ways of seeing yourself, but there are honestly such limited ways. It's like we're all eternal beings, we're spirit, we're formless beings that are just participating in this thing called life. And it's like to sell ourselves short and think we're just our roles is just kind of like a disservice. And that's the agenda that society promotes, but we're so much more. And so I think when you get in touch with who you really are, which is this formless eternal spirit, you realize a lot of the powers that you previously thought were not open to you. You know, that's what this journey is about for a lot of us, spiritual journey. Um, so yeah, it's the roles. And then the roles are exhausting, Angela, because they require so much of us and they don't really fulfill us a lot of times. And we sell ourselves short for the roles. It's like, oh, well, I'm a mom, so I don't get to live my life. I have to preoccupy myself with my children's lives. And that's where I'll derive my sense of fulfillment. That's like selling yourself short and your kids short. You know, you should be able to live your life fully every day. You know, the role of a woman. Yeah, Angela, right? It's like you start to question all that. The role as a woman, it's like, oh, you're a woman, so you're expected to do this. Oh, you're a gay person, you're expected to do this. Oh, you're in your 30s, you're expected to do this. You're in your 40s. That's not reality, y'all. That's an illusion. And it's an agenda placed upon us because we don't take the time to get to know who we are. And that's something that's really interesting. So, yeah, let's talk about that. Like getting to know who you are. Yeah, right, Sabrina? That empty cup, absolutely, Angela. Absolutely, Nicole. Like that bitterness just takes, it drains you. We're all so much greater. So, what do y'all do to get to know who you truly are? Because I think that's what this part of what the spiritual journey is. This stuff is going to be so good. I can't wait. What are some things y'all do to get to know your true self, your authentic self? I can tell you what I do is I do my spiritual practices. I'm just getting back to meditating, which is cool. Something that's very needed, right, Sabrina? Meditation. But disconnecting from the distraction of daily life and going back up to that higher self. And my recent forays into it have been transformational, I must say. This whole money journey has already taught me a lot of things, you all. I don't know if the people in the group have been doing the attunements, but I've been doing them every day and it's shifted my consciousness so much. I've learned so many things. And that's seeing through a lot of illusions around money, prosperity, and who you are. Has anybody else experienced that? Yeah, totally. Journaling is a practice I need to take up, Angela. That's so true. By the way, y'all, if you haven't got your money spell jars, there are some still available. If you spend $10 more, you can join the group. And y'all, the group is powerful. A few of y'all are in the group, so y'all can share that for sure. All right, meditation, journaling, those are all pretty interesting. Anybody else have any things that they do to connect to their authentic self? Yeah, like I think one of the big things about being an adult is going back and healing the inner child. That's what it is for me. It's like, oh, we're all scarred in these various ways growing up. and your inner child suffers. And so it's going back and almost like rescuing that inner child. And that inner child represents an authentic part of you, like the most authentic part of you in the core. And so when you go back and do the work of rescuing that inner child and expressing love and sharing, um, you learn how you were scarred growing up and the things that were not true about yourself that you started to believe. And so that's where I am right now. My journey, things that were told to you by many people, by your employers. Ooh, yeah, Angela, you were talking about taking a trip too, like a getaway. That is such a great idea. But learning the untruths about yourself, and those were told to you by everybody, family included. That's probably the deepest cut. Like family and loved ones think that taught you things that were not true about yourself, that didn't value you the way or love you the way that they should have. Like that's a crazy realization. But we all struggle with it. And if you're fortunate enough, you come from a loving home where the intention was not so bad, because there's some people who don't even have that, like the basic love. So who are you? Who are you? One thing that I've learned is that maxim, know thyself. You hear it all the time when you deal with esotericists and occultists. And I always just wonder, what does that mean? Like, why do they say that so much? And what I've come to learn is like that's something that will continually unfold for you all throughout your life. Like the significance of that statement, the layers of meaning, like know thyself, know thyself, know thyself. Like every time it comes back around, you learn a new aspect of it. So I really value that right now. Like know thyself. Who are you? What are you about? Beyond all the roles, the titles, life experiences. Am I from South Carolina? Yes. Does that really say anything about who I actually am? No. That's just a life experience that I've had. And you can draw on those life experiences and you can also reject them at any time. Don't want to let this oil go to waste. What do y'all feel about that? The other thing with the labels is the stereotypes. You open yourself up to stereotyping when you embrace the labels. Gender, which is a social construct, race, which is a social construct, um, class in a way is a social construct, like all these different things. Nicole, have you made any discoveries through yoga, the practice of yoga, about this topic? Because I know you're a yoga enthusiast. And I need to get into yoga, or I'm thinking about doing Qigong as well. I'm really interested in Qigong. Yeah, totally. Have you been able to uncover any of these layers of like illusions through the practice? And what's that been like? Yeah, interesting. Y'all know I've been super into The Wizard of Oz. That movie is such a great metaphor for so many things. But it's funny how, yeah, right, Angela? And yeah, Angela. Compassion is a big one, you all. Nicole, totally. Like, I'm learning all about compassion. The more compassion you have for yourself, the more you can have for others, which is a big thing because people are just our reflections anyway. Um, But Angela, yeah, it's like once you, since they are self-fulfilling prophecies, we have the ability to create a prophecy which will benefit ourselves rather than disempower us. And that's kind of the idea behind the money group, manifestation group. But also, we are like connected to spirit and the divine. The divine is the totality of everything. So it's like we have the totality of everything, a piece of it within us. So to say we're this or that is selling ourselves short because we're the entirety. We can draw on that entirety at any point to enhance whatever we're going through. So that's it for today, you all. I don't have anything like super beyond that. I've just sort of been letting go like stream of consciousness with this. And I'm a little distracted, but think about that. Think about who you are. Think about how you define yourself. Think about how you see yourself. Think about how others see you and what image you project. And just think about like how we all have that divine spark. We are much more than we think we are. We're much more than meets the eye as well. We're multidimensional beings, and we have a power within us that many would choose to deny, but we have to accept our own power before we can have others acknowledge it. So the work is within us to know who we are and to project that. And you're much greater than people would tell you are. Yeah, Nicole, absolutely. The power of words, their vibrations. And what I've been learning with the money thing, and we'll talk about this more the night that we meet. Yeah, Angela, is that we can call into action with the power of words. We can speak whatever reality we choose to create, you know. Um, we are creators. And while not utilizing that power, we are disempowered. And we become prey to those who are wiser. Yeah. Yeah. Sabrina, you just purchased a jar from me. It's $44.44. DM me. I'll send you the jar. I send a money manifestation playlist to you via YouTube that we'll use to attune ourselves to the energy of prosperity and abundance. If you send $10 more, so that would be a total of $54.44. I'll send you the link to the group. I'll send you the two videos from the first week of what we watched. And you can join us at our next meeting, which will be Thursday at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, Nicole. One thing I'm working on constantly is like acknowledging your own power when you know who you are. You have the ability to create whatever you want. And it's getting over the fear, y'all. Fear is a tool that's used to keep us from realizing our true power, actualizing ourselves. But fear is an illusion, just like many of the others. Totally. Nicole's done the work. Angela, I'm sure you can speak that too. Yes, Sabrina, we would love to have you in the group, by the way. I just mailed out two packages this morning. So they'll be arriving, and people are steady joining the group. It's going to be really transformational. Angela, Nicole, have y'all been, I know I asked this a little bit earlier, but have y'all been doing the affirmations and the mantras and stuff all week? How's that been going? I'm curious. Awesome. Have you noticed any shifts yet? Yeah. Because my consciousness around money has totally like started to shift for real. Awesome, Nicole. Yeah, Angela, it's cool. Take your time, but don't overthink it. It's not that deep. Just choose one. And the point of posting in the group is I can help you tailor it a little bit. So choose your mantra. Awesome. 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 And y'all have your own affirmations that you've been listening to, like your own money affirmations, because I listen to both of them. Perfect, Angela. And that's something I didn't really emphasize in the group. But yeah, that's the perfect time to do that work because your subconscious is wide open. When you go to sleep and when you rise, perfect time to do it. Awesome. All right, well, y'all have a wonderful afternoon, y'all. It's been fun talking to y'all. Very casual today. Forgive me for being so casual, but I hope to see you all tomorrow. We'll have another topic. You have a wonderful afternoon.